When being intimate, a woman naturally gets lubricated. And this lubrication makes intimacy more comfortable, more enjoyable, and more fun. But sometimes an artificial lubricant is necessary, especially when the lubrication is not enough. But the question is, does this lubricant affect fertility? Does it affect the movement of the sperm? And if it does affect the movement of the sperm, Nurse Miss Mary, what do you advise? Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Miss Mary, popularly known as a nurse with a difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, we are going to be talking about lubricant. What is lubricant? What are the various types of lubricant? Does lubricant affect fertility? And also, what is fertility lubricant? Well, let's begin from the basis. And the first question is, what is this lubricant we keep hearing about? In a general term, a lubricant is a liquid or gel that makes things move across each other smoothly, that makes things move across each other with little or no friction. Then, during sexual intercourse, a lubricant is necessary to help reduce friction and make sex more pleasurable. That takes us to the various types of lubricants. Generally, there are three types of lubricants. We have what? The water-based lubricant, the silicone-based lubricant, and the oil-based lubricant. I'm going to be explaining the different types of lubricants so you understand. First, let's talk about the water-based lubricant. The water-based lubricant, they are inexpensive. They are not very expensive. They can be gotten in the supermarkets and also in the pharmacy, in the drug shops around you. But there's something about the water-based lubricant. It easily washes away. So couples need to apply this lubricant over and over again to keep it going, to keep it flowing and more pleasurable. Okay, so that is the water-based lubricant. Then that takes us to the second type of lubricant, which is the oil-based lubricant. In terms of the oil-based lubricant, you can't use the oil-based lubricant with a latex condom. Yes, because when you use an oil-based lubricant with a latex condom, it is likely to affect the patency. Should I use patency now? It is likely to affect the quality of that condom, and that might make the condom rupture and burst. And when the condom rupture or when there's a burst in that condom, that can lead to unwanted sexually transmitted infection and also unwanted pregnancy. So you can see the oil-based lubricant. Then that takes us to the third type of lubricant, which is the silicone-based lubricant. The silicone-based lubricant. Unlike the water-based lubricant, the silicone-based lubricant does not need you to reapply it over and over and over again. You get it lasts longer when compared to the water-based lubricant. But there's something you should take note of, or when it comes to the silicone-based lubricant. If the silicone-based lubricant is not washed out of the vagina after sexual intercourse, it might cause irritation of the woman's vagina. So that is why when you are using a silicone-based lubricant after sex, can you make sure you wash the vagina to avoid unnecessary irritation around the vagina? So the next question is, does this three lubricant I have listed above affect fertility? The answer I'll give you is yes, it affects fertility. And I'm going to be explaining how it affects fertility. You see the lubricants I just listed above, they affect the movement of the sperm. Not that they kill the sperm, no. They affect the movement, how the sperm move. So if the movement of the sperm is affected, it might be difficult for the sperm to get to the fallopian tube to fertilize the egg. I don't know if I'm making sense. So if the sperm does not get to the fallopian tube to fertilize the egg, definitely the egg will not be fertilized, a zygote will not be formed, an embryo will not be formed, a baby will not be formed. Not that it gives that impact, like how will I put it? Not that it creates that strong impact on the sperm. The impact it has on the sperm is that it affects the motility of the sperm. So I hope I've been able to answer it for you. If the lubricants affect fertility, and the answer is yes, because it affects the motility of the sperm. So that takes us to the lubricant I want to share with you today, and that is fertility lubricant. As the name implies, fertility lubricants, they help. They don't have impact on the sperm, unlike the lubricants I just listed. But the fertility lubricant, they don't have impact on the sperm. They don't affect the motility, the mobility of the sperm. So if you are a lady trying to conceive, or you are a woman trying to conceive, it's advisable for you to use the sperm-friendly lubricant or the fertility lubricant instead of the normal lubricant out there that has impact on the sperm. Unlike the other types of lubricant, this particular type of lubricant is applied before sexual intercourse. Unlike the other ones that you have to apply when the heat is on, when you are like on a high stage, when the intimacy is getting high. But this has to be applied pre-op, like before the main operation, before the main thing. Don't mind me, I'm using pre-op. More or less, I'm thinking about my anesthetics and recovery. Don't mind me. So pre-sexual intercourse. So that is when you need to apply it. And some of it, you might even insert it with an applicator into the vagina before sexual intercourse. That's what I want you to take note of. There's also something I want you to take note of in regards to fertility lubricant. This fertility lubricant does not increase your chances of being fertile. It doesn't increase your fertility. The only thing is that it does not affect the sperm. You get, it doesn't increase your chances of fertility. It doesn't mean if you have PCOS, if you have ovarian cyst, if you have low sperm count, it's going to make you more fertile. No, it doesn't increases that. It only makes sure that there's no impact on the sperm, unlike the other types of lubricant. So you can have pleasurable sex with such lubricants with no fear or scare, with no fear that the sperm is going to be affected. The benefit of fertility lubricant is the fact that it does not have impact on the sperm, it does not have impact on the embryo, it does not have impact on fertilization. You get, so you can have fun while your sperm swim joyfully to the egg to get fertilized easily. So for those that are trying to conceive, the type of lubricants that you should avoid are those that are saying they are not fertility friendly, they are not sperm friendly, the ones I listed before. And if it's written not, if it's not written on it, sperm friendly, just make sure you look out for lubricants that are sperm friendly, or you look out for lubricants that are written fertility lubricants. You can actually get them on Amazon. I think in UK, I was trying to search, I was just searching just to know how it looks like, and I saw fertility lubricant. Just type fertility lubricant, you're going to get a lot online to make your orders from. Okay, so as a woman trying to conceive, the tips I will advise you to do is to try as much as possible to have sex 2 to 3 times a week. That is likely going to increase your chances of fertility. Also take 400 micrograms of folic acid daily. That is also good. And as a woman trying to conceive, try to keep an eye on your menstrual cycle. Try to know your menstrual cycle, your ovulation day. That is also going to help to increase your chances of getting pregnant. And for those that are trying to conceive, it is advisable for you to also tell your spouse to do a semen analysis, a sperm analysis, to know if he has low sperm count or a good sperm count. That gives you an idea of what is happening and what you should take note of. And if you have been trying for more than a year or 2 years and nothing is coming up, you can go to the fertility clinic, your gynecologist, those that are in charge of fertility, and get the useful test done in case anything needs to be done to help with fertility. Then that has to be done as soon as possible. For women trying to conceive, I don't advise them to wait 2-3 years before visiting a fertility expert. So if you've tried for 1 year and nothing is showing up, it's advisable you see a fertility expert as soon as you can, so it doesn't get longer and longer and longer. So those fertility experts, they're going to give you useful advice. They're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you the test to run. They're going to tell you how they can help you to achieve pregnancy. Okay, so that's what I have to share with you today in regards to fertility lubricant and also the various types of lubricants. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching our video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Messi Mary saying thank you. Bye and see you in our next video.